Okay, Sid, here we go.
Okay.
Thank
So you
you.
want to know a little about me?
Yeah,
Well, I'm a 74-year-old male who's led a very active life and a very happy one, who never had to deal with any real physical problems until 2 years ago. I mean, growing up, I broke a few things and pulled a few things playing sports, but I recovered quickly. But 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I fell, tore the hamstrings at each leg, did some damage to my spine, and even after 3 surgeries and a lot of therapy, I was in constant pain, and for the first time in my life, felt like an old man because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. That's not me today, but you wanted to know a little about my background. Is there anything else you want?
yes, as I always say, you really inspire me. And there's a lot of conversation out there that in certain age, you cannot do what you want to do, either with the accident or injuries or just plain getting older. And as I said, in certain age. And just let me know your experience, because it's not about me and what I do. It's more, I want your story about other people and how inspiring you are to other people, that what you're doing right now with 10 sessions.
10 sessions.
After 10 sessions.
It's been less than 6 months. You said
Yes.
6 months. It's actually
Yes.
been less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months, yes.
Okay. First of all, you said it's not about you. Actually, from where I'm sitting, it is about you.
Oh.
Because prior to my first visit with you in December, I was in constant pain. Not discomfort, pain. I hurt all the time. I couldn't sit, couldn't stand. I couldn't sleep more than 15 minutes at a time. And it had become such a natural state for me that I really believed that was the way I was going to have to live the rest of my life. But the pain sometimes was so bad, I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Fortunately, a neighbor who I will always cherish put me in touch with a woman who recommended you. At a time I was alone that time. My wife was in Mexico on a work project. And I don't think I ever told you this, but just to get in the car to drive myself over here, the pain was so bad I would yell to kind of as a release, getting in and out of the car. And I was glad I was alone. It would be embarrassing to be yelling with somebody around. But I saw you, Machine, and you, it's hard for me to talk about this without being emotional. I don't know if you remember, but I cried on our first visit, and I'm not a crybaby. But you did an assessment, and you basically told me 3 things that were very empowering. First of all, you said you're in a lot of pain, and I was, and it was nice in a sense to have somebody affirm that for me. And then you said, but you've been in pain for a long time, and I had been, a year and a half. And you just knew that. The third thing was, you said, I can fix you. I can work with you, and you'll be as good as you ever were, probably better. But you said, you have to believe you can get better. And you told me, you said, I don't believe you really think you can get better. And the truth of the matter is, at that point in my life, I didn't think I could. I just thought that was my life. And then you worked on me for about an hour, hour and a half. And I was far from fixed, but I felt so much better. I had relief for the first time in 18, 20 months. And so I've seen you, as we were talking about, 10 times. Best 10 experiences of my life physically, because Nusheen, you're a healer.
Oh.
You exceed any definition I'd have for a therapist, a masseuse, or whatever. You're a healer because I think you combined kind of a spirituality to a physical process that certainly has made a believer out of me. And while I still have a ways to go, I am so much better than where I was. I feel discomfort, but I seldom feel pain. I have limitations. I still can't bend over and pick things up easily off the floor or get down on the floor and get up.
But you can tie your shoelace.
But I can tie my
That was
shoelaces.
your limitation.
I can put my shirt on and button it up.
Yeah.
I can do so many things.
How many times you go to gym?
I go to the gym. I try to go 7 days a week now.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's about 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And as I told you earlier, I regret the day I don't go. And here's why. For me, going to the gym is no longer about exertion and work and sweat. It's about the reward of actually being able to go and be physical. All of my life I'd been physical, and I took it for granted, frankly. And then I lost it and thought I had lost it forever. And I haven't. You know, I'm getting better. Maybe it'll be another, 6 months or whatever, but I'm headed, and there is no doubt in my mind whatsoever that I'll get there. And I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, you're so great. Thank you so much. And as I always say, you are such an inspiration for me and my work. And I want everybody to know that there is no limitation. We just have to commit ourselves, put the time, and just know that we can do it. And your story about show hole, I always tell people, because I had no idea what you're talking about, that you were in the show hole of your own life.
Yeah.
And that was a great story.
You get dug down into a pit and you think you can't get out.
Yes.
And you showed me the way.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to yourself and your generosity. Thank you.
Thank you.